welcome back. This week, continuing on with the Z650, I've had a chance to I managed to get sort of half hour to 45 minutes out here during the week, just to try and observe and have a look and see exactly what I'm dealing at. And I've actually found a few minor issues, which, you know, hopefully the parts are there. I'll show you what I mean. Well, one thing that I didn't even think about when I took this out, put it on the bench, is that stud's missing. So's that one. So I'm actually missing two studs there. Also the other part, the inner sprocket cover, I actually just found this in a box. Well, that should be connected to that casing, which isn't good. I do have a spare one. It's got the same problem. It's actually gone from that one as well, so not a brilliant start. So I've actually pulled out the boxes I've got, and I'm going to try and start sifting through, have a look what's good, have a look what's bad, and see if I can find these parts. Obviously the other part is from the head, the cams. I don't know where they are. Hopefully they're in one of these boxes. So that's the job for today. It's basically start sifting through. Even if it comes to it, I'll split these up into smaller boxes and put them into sections of the bike so I know what I'm dealing with. I'm going to have a look at, with the frame, the swing arm, centre stand, battery box, kickstand. I'm going to go online and get some prices, well, ring up, get some prices on powder coating, see how much it's going to cost me to get the whole lot powder coated. Then that can disappear and be done. So today, as I say, I'm going to start with this box and see if I can start finding bits and pieces. Obviously the starter motor, the cover that sits on here. I mean, that's the actual front sprocket washer and nut. They'll need to be replaced. Totally mashed. So I need to find out what is exactly missing, what I need to get, what jobs I need to do. For the inner sprocket cover, I was going to clean this up, put it in the parts washer, give it a good clean, take out the seals that are in there. You've obviously got the main output shaft seal, you've obviously got the clutch pushrod seal, and then there'll be the gear lever seal. Well, I'm not going to replace them if the cover's no good, because I'll just be wasting my time. Try and get this bolt out of this guard, or find one that comes with the guard, which would be highly unlikely. So let's start with the first box. Right, before I delve into that first box, the other thing I wanted to mention obviously is manual. Most important, especially for me on this one. I should be using this a lot. So all with detailed drawings, instructions, etc. So you'll be seeing that quite a lot out here. Also, the other thing I've done, I've actually put together my own brief bit of history, etc., about frame numbers, etc. Obviously the next one is I made a shopping list, all the parts that, as far as I'm aware, I need. Obviously this will change, including obviously paint, contingency buffer, the price of the bike, wheel rebuild. Some of this will change because obviously there will be parts that I haven't thought of or I didn't realise, and then there'll be parts that I think, well, I've got that, I can refurb it. But the grand total at the moment is sitting around £2,400. As I say, that will change either up or down. And then the other thing I've done, I've actually gone onto an OE fiche site and literally printed off, you can see every single page, how things come apart, the breakdowns. You can get these online. I'll leave you a link in the description to where I got them. We're actually there, you can see it there, cmsnl.com. I basically just saved these and then printed them out, so it's a complete breakdown of every single part, where the bolts are to take the engine apart and split it. As you can see, the actual main engine studs, well, I'm missing one of those and one of those. I'm not going to bore you by going through every single one, but yeah, there is quite a collection. I've just printed off as much information as I can find to try and help me along the way of how everything goes together. Right, so let's get that first box up. Right, so here we go, let's start sifting through. Right, like I said, everything was sprayed blue. Centre stand, so centre stand can go with the frame. Various indicators. These were the indicators that came off. Again, what a surprise, sprayed blue. As far as I can work out, especially by the pictures, that was the original style, not these. So I don't know where these have come from. Whether I can save these or not, don't know. So then, God knows what they're from. They'll actually go in a different pile. bottom of that is just some old nuts and bolts and springs like that. It's from a camshaft. Propagator for maybe the clutch. They could be the tank rubbers. Right, so let's get the second box up. Alright, box number 2. I'm going to quickly sift through this, see what will come out. I'll put the good stuff to one side, like I've done in that one. So join me again in a few minutes. Alright, well that's that box gone through. Good news. Downpipes. One of the shocks. Found the cams, the clutch cover, points cover, the breather cover. Actually found the missing bolts or studs. I've actually got the bolts still stuck to them, so they need to come out. The head bolts, they're all going to be replaced. I'm up to 3 of the exhaust clamps. Found the internals of the engine for the cam chain, starter motor, but I only have one so far. Don't think I've got another box. I've gone through that one, gone through that one. That one's empty. That one's parts that I don't even know where they're from. But so I'm making progress on there. I've actually cut the brake hose off. I need to get, I've soaked this this bolt. I need to get that off. So I have one shock. Need to find the other one. And then I'll start taking bits off this again. I'm actually going to bag each part up. So I've actually got some clear sealable bags, some labels, a pen. So as I take parts off, I'll mark it and bag it. And then I know exactly where it's come from. It's the only way I can think of doing it. But I need to have a sift through and see what else. I'm sure there's another box. I hope there's another box. So let's see what I find. Alright, great news. I found another box. So I've actually found the Kawasaki signs, bottom yoke. Looks like a spare oil pump. Another rocker cover. What I think is the clocks. I'll unwrap those in a moment. And this box of spares. So I'm going to sift through this, see what I can find. Alright, so it's good news I found the clocks, look in good condition. Alright, let's go through this lot. Well, it was converted to electronic ignition, but I want to go back to points. I'm going to leave that in the good box for now. Alright, this could be, yes. That's brilliant news. Let's see what we've got. Alright, so we've got 2, 3, 4. 7. So that isn't even part of it. Right, so these must be, let's separate these up. These could be the bolts for the rocker cover. Well, that's good, I have all 8. So I'm going to bag them up, label them so I don't lose them. Obviously I still need to get the bolts off these, clean them up. Oh, even better, that's the last one. So I now have all 4. Petrol cap, another gear lever, some more footrests. That's part of the timing. I even found a ball bearing for the clutch. Well, that's a relief. It looks like we, well, that's a rogue one, so that can go. Looks like we have everything. And the splitter. Well, that's a relief finding all these parts. Oh, even the exhaust collets. Right, we have 8. Right, they should be for the front disc. And that looks like the proper speedo. Again, needs a really good clean up. The bearings are just going to be thrown, they can be replaced. That's probably part of the speedo bit. Well, that's pleasing. So we seem to have all the parts, which is what I really wanted to try and achieve. I'm going to have a look online, see if I can find a replacement one of this, because I doubt that's going to glue back together. But I'm going to start getting some of these parts actually cleaned up, make a list of what I actually need. Next episode I'm going to start taking out the pistons. I may even try and get these studs out if I can, clean them, put them back in. Try and get the clutch off, try and get this rotor off as well. So I'm going to continue on and bag all these up. Alright, so thanks for joining me on that one. As I say, join me in the next episode. We'll continue on with this project, see what it brings, see what things we can find. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of surprises in there. There's also probably a lot of rust, a lot of nasty bolts, etc. But we'll crack on with that as we go. One thing I did want to say is I'm actually looking at setting up a merchandise shop. Just a basic range of amateur bike builder t-shirts, hoodies and some stickers. So let me know your opinions on that, see what you think. I've started looking at a few companies to actually do this. I've actually come up with some designs, but let me know your thoughts. I'll be interested to hear what you've got to say on that one. But as usual, subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of every video, link to my Patron in the bottom left hand corner, links to other videos top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.